Well, howdy, everybody. Sorry to be a couple of minutes late there. I had just got finished to run up and dry my hair. My head was soaking wet, and had to change shirts. Had to grab a little bite to eat. So why did you have to dry your hair, Tommy? Well, because we had moved Henry, our let's see here, I think I got a little, yeah, we had moved Henry out to the chicken yard out front. Plenty of great grass out there. We moved him out there to kind of finish him off. That's probably got audio. Sorry. It does. Oop, let's do it again. Sorry. I'm having all kind of technical difficulties here. There it is. And just before we were ready to sit down and kind of get everything set up like we wanted to, Corey said, "Henry's out." We looked out the back window and he's in the backyard. Well, he'd actually been out one time earlier today. Totally my fault. Completely forgot about it. When we strung up the fence for the chicken yard out there, there was one side of the yard that I didn't put any T-posts on. Not that I wanted to leave it that way, but we were in a hurry to move the chickens. And you know how that goes. Okay, I'll come back. I'll do that later, right? Didn't need it for the chickens. Well, Henry found that place. He's been out there several days, and Henry found that place in the fence and just walked right over it. So I had gotten him back in there, and I don't know how he got out this time because I put up T-posts along that side of the fence this afternoon. And all of this is happening in the pouring down rain. So me and Corey's out there trying to get him back into pine trees from whence he came. And he wasn't real happy about it. We had to coax him in with an empty bucket. I didn't have time to run back to the barn and get some feed for him, and he wasn't having it. Patty recorded the last bit where, you know, he finally did fall for the empty bucket trick. But you can see the rain. Patty's standing underneath the eave of the house on the back porch. And you can see the rain falling out there, so me and Corey getting soaking wet. And y'all, lightning, thundering and lightning. It was scary. I told him, I said, we may just have to leave him out for a while. And the mic is too high still. Let me pull it down some. Is the sound better? Hang on. I'm going to mute myself for just a second here while y'all watch the last few seconds of this. All right, I got the mics. I think I had the gain set too high on the mic, so y'all let me know if that sounds a little better. And you may hear some humming in the background. That's rain, combination of rain falling on the roof. And also a fan we have running from the pushing cold air from the back of the house. So that's it. We got him. So I had just water just dripping. And so did Corey. That's better. Thank you, Peaceful Inspiration. So, and Patty was running behind a little bit too. So she'll be joining us momentarily. Have no fear. I know y'all tuned in here to see Patty. She's the rock star. I just heard her laugh. So yeah, it was a gully washer here. It's still fuzzy. I don't understand why.
Maybe you need to turn the light on in the background.
Maybe, no baby, the sound they said is still fuzzy. I don't know what that could possibly be. Everybody says, okay, some people saying it sounds perfect. So I'm just gonna go with that. For those of you who say it sounds perfect, I'm with you. I'm just gonna trust you. So if it's not perfect, then it's going to be the fault of the people who tell me it is perfect. Hey.
Oh, I don't know where my glasses are.
Hey, Tammy McWhorter Davis remembered. Good for you. Glad to have you here, Tammy. So I didn't get a chance to say hey to anybody. Where's your glasses
Hey,
at?
y'all. I don't know. I think I took them off when I was resting.
Oh, ain't no telling. Ain't no tellings. Huh?
Should I turn the fan off?
Yeah, is that hum? Can y'all hear that humming in the background, that fan? I hate for you to turn it off because it's pushing that cool air up here. I like it. How's that, Jan? Jan said it may be the fan in the background. Patty just turned the fan off. So how's the sound? Is that a little better? Is that a little better? Yeah, Donna, that must have been what it was. That's what because Donna Norris said. It sounded just like there's a machine or a fan or something on low in the background. Well, there was a fan.
It was on high, though.
It wasn't on low. It was on high, but it was one of the modern squirrel cage fans that we saw down when Patty and I spent our anniversary down in New Orleans at the French Market. We were just amazed at how much air they pushed, and they're relatively quiet. I mean, I remember squirrel cage fans that I saw in an industrial setting years ago, and my goodness, you couldn't have a conversation standing next to them. And but it's amazing how much air it pushes. And we've got this high ceiling in here in this room. It's 17-foot ceiling in here, and so
scoot that over a little bit.
Scoot what over?
The camera. I can't scoot over anymore.
Oh.
Half on.
Yeah, I can just turn it probably.
And hey, Kim, she's on here. Kim,
How's
Maple
that?
Heart Homestead.
Hey, Kim Farmer. So anyway, we love the fan. It in the back. It's probably I don't know 5 to 10 degrees cooler than it is up here.
No.
So we put that fan at the end of the hall, and it blows some of that more refrigerated air up here toward the front of the house. It really does a good job. And then at night, you know, heat rises. So at night, before we go to bed, we put it upstairs and blow some of the hot air out of the loft back in here, and works pretty good.
Yep. Christy Dennis is 60 years old today.
Oh, really?
Happy
okay.
birthday, Christy.
Everybody ready? You want to sign happy birthday?
You don't
remember
want me
how?
to sing?
No, you can sing and sign. Ready? All right, everybody, we're going to sing happy birthday to Christy. Ready?
Everybody sing.
Everybody sing all together now. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Christy. Happy birthday to you. And many more. Blue,
Happy
you're gonna have to
birthday.
sit
I hope
down.
you have a great day, Christy.
We got all the big dogs are in the house because they are absolute ninnies when it comes to thunder and lightning, and so they get to come inside. And it's weird how that works. That they, especially Dottie, our black dog, she will just be terrible. She will have a pool of drool wherever she is when just because of the fear. But when she comes inside, she's fine. And she's not scared of the thunder in the house. I guess it's like she knows. But so anyway, they get to come inside. What you doing over there?
Is Mike Pratt on there?
I hadn't seen him.
Oh.
I don't know. You're the one.
He's Marco Polo with us.
Oh. I guess he's forgotten. Hang on a second.
Yeah, he just said it.
Oh no, you guys are on your live show. Hi! Hey, we're gonna get this finished up. I'm trying to rush her to get this done. So, hurry, man, keep going. We'll get in there for your live show real soon.
So you see who does all the work on their homestead.
Yeah, and you were just on our live show too. We love us some Pratts.
Yeah, I told Ty, I said, was it just last week that we were there? It seems like it's been so long ago now.
Yeah, but have we talked to the Pratts every day since we got back?
Just about. Yeah, probably every day.
Just about.
Tommy's driving him crazy.
I'm not driving them crazy. And
It was so neat. The kids, you know, had so much fun and everything. And Tomas talks about their kids, and their kids talk about Tomas. So
yeah.
We really had a great time.
Really had a great time. Of course, we felt like we were friends with the Pratts before we got there because we've been together with them a few times and we've talked several times. But we also, kind of launched some other friendships with
That's right.
Meg and Ben over at the Holler Homestead. And
yeah, y'all need to check them out.
The Holler Homestead.
Hey, Peaceful
and it's
Inspirations.
HOLLAR. Holler, HOLLAR, Holler Homestead. And you may see some of Ben's drone footage on there. He's got a drone. I'm jealous.
Yes.
And
it's really cool.
Also go to homesteaddad.com, and I'm hoping that he'll change that URL in the near future to homesteadninjadad.com. And there's a whole story.
That's what Tommy calls him.
There's a whole because he's giant. He's a giant man, and he makes no sound when he moves.
Hey, Jan Pertain is on here.
Cindy Pulliam says, you're looking much happier since you stopped listening to the news. That's funny. I'm going to tell you something. I feel much happier. Let's see. What's today? August the 9th? I'm coming up on almost a month. I think it was on the 16th. I don't remember now. Where I just decided that I had had enough of the news because I'm an information addict. I was constantly I had set my social media up to, it was constantly bombarding me with the latest news, and I just got frustrated because truth is dead. You can't find any objectivity out there in the news, and so it was turning me into a grump, and I've just said enough's enough. And I'd done that before, and but I didn't really fill that void with anything, and so I ended up drifting back over time into the news cycle. But I don't even miss it now. I'm gonna tell you what I fill that void with in a few minutes.
Donna Nora says she grew up in Michigan. Well, I tell you what, we really, really liked Michigan. It was a really neat place to visit, and we're so glad to get to some cooler temperatures too, which I know that they were pretty hot. But anyway, Angie the spec said that she heard that I could sign, and she thinks that's great, and she wants to know how I learned and why. And she said she was a teacher to deaf students for 20 years.
Wow.
Wow. So don't judge my signing. I actually learned to sign from church, and so I know mostly church signs. So I would have a hard time, and I really can't talk well with deaf people. I always have to ask them to slow down, because I learned, like I said, at church, first started signing the music because I could bring that home and study it. And then I started doing a little bit of interpreting. And so I did actually interpret in church. And so I never, of course I communicated with the deaf people that were there, but I'm not really great of understanding. But the reason I wanted to learn is because I had a deaf cousin. Well, I still have a deaf cousin. And she was older than me, and I was the same age as her sister. And whenever she would come and visit, her sister would come and visit, I would always get her to teach me different signs. So I've always been interested in it. I was around it, all my life. So, I'm glad I learned. I could actually sign to my kids to a little bit when we're out in public, and I really like that. I like that aspect of it. I could tell them to behave or to stop doing something or to watch out for that person. I've done that before, so.
And Tomas, when Tomas was old enough to start going, Patty's like, oh no.
Yeah.
And so.
And I didn't know sign language when I had little ones. Otherwise, I would have taught them sign language. I actually did teach them some sign when I was homeschooling them. But, of course, I had learned about teaching baby sign, and I watched my cousin, her children could sign before they could speak. And so we taught Tomas some sign language, and just simple ones, food, eat, more, please, and it really did help cut out that, And
it was the sweetest little thing, to see Tomas. This is it, right?
More.
More, food, please. And you know, when he first started, you had to know what he was doing to get it, because I know that he did this pretty good, but then but anyway, he learned. He learned. It's amazing how fast children, and they may not all learn that fast, but Tomas is a genius. So.
Oh. And Donna Norris says, FYI, there are 2 Donna Norrises in here. Wow, thank you for pointing that out. All right, there's that. Okay, there they are right there.
Well, which Donna Norris told us that there's 2 Donna Norrises?
The pink Donna Norris.
Okay, the pink Donna Norrises. That's wild.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Pink Donna Norris, her birthday is next week, so happy birthday.
Happy birthday next week. Remind us next week, and we'll sing happy birthday to you.
Yes. What do you want to? Do you want to show them some pictures now?
Yeah, we don't have a whole lot of pictures.
Well, why don't you? I saw that did you show them my harvest pictures that I did
last week?
No, I saw you. I saw you do that.
No, that was last week. Okay. Wait, let me say this. Darlene Thompson on Facebook says, "Hi there. I made my sourdough yesterday. So yummy.
Yay.
I watched the YouTube shows on how to mix it up each day and then baked it. And said on the shows Patty used water, but in the recipe she used milk. Is there a difference? Thank you."
Okay. I want to say hey to Nanda. She's in here. When I originally started doing the sourdough, I used water when I fed my sourdough starter or when I made it up. I have switched over to milk because I find, for me, it is much more active. You can use water or milk, whichever you prefer. But I do find that the milk adds, to me, it gets active quicker. And also,
which makes sense because there's stuff there's stuff in milk for the yeast to eat. So, but either way. Let's see. I've already showed them all the Henry videos.
All right, the pink Donna Norris says call her Donna TN, Donna Tennessee.
Okay,
that'll work. Right. I called you pink because just looking at your little icon, it looks kind of pink. That's why I said pink. Well,
I can tell you, Donna TN, that we're probably going to end up calling you Donna Norris because as soon as that's off of that chat, it's gone. It's for me anyway. So anyway, you know who you are, right? Let's see. We don't have a whole lot. Oh, I'll tell you. Here's the most exciting picture that we have, I think.
Yes, that is nice.
Y'all know what that is? Can y'all tell any guesses what that is? Y'all tell me what that is. Guesses. We got a giveaway we got to do. We can't do it today because we're not ready, but we do have a giveaway. We can talk about it though. We can talk about it. This would have been a good giveaway thing. We could say, hey, first person to tell us what this is wins the giveaway. Or what is the significance of this photograph? No guesses yet? Nobody can tell what it is and what it means? Oh my goodness. Come on. Hey, thanks Kathy Cox. Hey Valerie. Everybody on Facebook. Sorry, I'm terrible at catching up. No, not the chickens. It's not the chickens. You're right. There are chickens in that photo.
The chickens in the background.
There are chickens in the background in that photo.
The tree and chickens.
Yeah, but I need a little bit. There it is, Backyard Eden Sustainable Urban Homestead. The changing leaves. The leaves are changing.
Yes, they are.
In Mississippi. We call that our fall tree because it's like the first tree here that begins changing and dropping leaves. And I mowed the yard yesterday afternoon out front, and I was telling Patty, man, there were leaves everywhere. Oh, there's a tree over by the garden too that's dropping a ton of leaves.
Yeah, it's the same tree, same kind of tree.
You have no idea how we consider that to be wonderful news because it's been so blasted hot. And sorry, Lord, I'm not complaining. You know what's best, but it's been hot. Hot.
But I mean, we've had really, it's not been too bad. We've only had a few really hot days.
So what you doing with that snare drum you have around you back there, Patty?
Well, but something's not right about it. But anyway, I can show you for visual purposes. This is the way it goes on. This is Pick and Bucket. When you're out picking, you can put your stuff in here. It works wonderful. I really, really like it. But one thing I do is I keep my little ice cream buckets in here, and once I get an ice cream bucket filled up, I put it out. Unless I'm doing okra, I'll leave the okra in here because it gets heavy on my shoulders. But I was talking to a man at the market named Mr. what's his name? Oh, and it's got this this nice thing on the back to help support where it won't
goes right between your shoulder blades, doesn't it?
But
that part?
Well, who was I talking to? Reed and
I can't remember.
Anyway, I can't remember his name either. But you know, he wears suspenders, and so I was talking to him about it and telling him about my picking bucket, and I said, I bet you could make that with suspenders. And so I ordered me some suspenders, and these are cheap suspenders. They're only, I think they were about $7, and you just clip them on in the back. Let's see.
When I get to be old man enough, they're gonna become mine.
Now, and you see it's got the metal
alligator clamps, man.
Like that. But you know, the only downfall, you've got to eat ice cream to get
you gotta eat ice cream to get the buckets.
And so this is what I have been doing, and I've done it when Tommy was gone, and I've tried to take a picture of myself, and I can't get the camera far enough away from me to get the bucket in. But I'm going to tell y'all what, it hangs right here. It's hooked to my pants, so I don't have to wear a belt. I got some pants, my work pants. They're that stretchy stuff, and so I have to wear a belt with it. So I don't have to wear a belt because the suspenders holds them up. And I can pick, I have two hands I can pick with, like the green beans, or like when you're cutting okra, or whatever. And so I wanted to share this with y'all because this is $7 plus an ice cream bucket that you, well, I don't throw my ice cream buckets away, but
no,
most people probably do.
Well, it doesn't have to be an ice cream bucket, just any kind of bucket that's got a little lip on the edge.
Have to, well, and it really don't have to have a lip because it's really tight, but it has to be thin enough to be able to clamp on there, you know. So, but I just want to share that because I just really, really like this.
You think it would hold even without a lip once you had stuff in it?
Well, I mean, this is, I'm having a hard time getting this off my pants right now. They really, it's got these biting things, you know.
Yeah, I know it's got teeth, but.
Yeah, because see how it goes in there?
Yeah, still. I'd feel better if it had a lip on it.
It'd be good to have a lip, but if not, you could try it. But anyway, I wanted to show y'all that. And also, Tommy don't know about this. I think I showed y'all.
Tommy don't know about it. What you mean?
Well, that I've used these.
Oh, you have used them.
I used it one time.
But we don't have a video of you using them.
No, because I can't do it. I can't.
Because we're terrible at that.
I think we showed y'all these that we bought. I think I got them from Hoss Tool too, but I think I found them on Amazon too. This is actually a twine cutter. You wear it on your finger and you can cut twine. And when I saw it, I thought, oh, that would be good to cut okra, you know, where you could, you know, not be having to have scissors or a knife. And so I brought it out to cut the okra, and of course I want to go, you know, really fast, but it's not sharp right here. It's sharp up here where the blade is right there. So I had to, you know, get it a little different. It's not like a knife. You kind of got to come down instead of like that. But anyway, I like the way it works.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, you don't have to worry about dropping it or whatever because it's on your finger. I really need a little bit smaller one, but it worked good. So, and I actually cut the eggplant. Eggplant's really tough, but I kind of had to saw it a little bit, so it wouldn't be optimum for eggplant, but
for okra it worked.
For okra it worked really good.
Well, cool.
Donna, from Tennessee wants to know what kind of tree that is. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I really don't know what kind of tree it is.
We could get somebody out here to tell us.
So.
Oh, by the way, Misty was watching on Facebook.
Oh, really? Congratulations, Misty.
Well, our friend and little future farmer of America. She's not a future farmer. She's having a great harvest at her. But Misty had a bouncing baby boy this morning. So congratulations, Misty. He's gorgeous.
Yes, he is.
And so that's number 4?
5.
Yeah, 5.
Yeah.
That's right.
Their first one was a boy,
2
then
boys.
3 girls, and then another boy.
That's
so.
right. That's right. So, anyway, just the loveliest family, lovely people, and we love them. So, congrats. And he looks so fine.
And I was teasing about eating the ice cream as a problem because we almost always have a gallon of ice cream in the freezer.
Yeah.
Or some part of a gallon of ice cream in the freezer. I'm getting kind of low right now, in fact. That's why I can't lose weight, because I eat ice cream every night.
Every night, right before bed.
And sometimes twice a day at nap time, too.
Here.
At rest time.
Here.
Anyway, but yeah, y'all try that out. I mean, I didn't know, I've never bought suspenders before, and I bought them on Amazon, so I didn't know, what to get or whatever. But this was, I don't think it was the cheapest pair, but they were pretty cheap. So, but they're good and heavy. You really need to put a link on there for those that I got, because they really were good ones. So, but so I always pick in my ice cream buckets too, even before I had my suspender thing, because you don't put that much in there, and like tomatoes and stuff, they'll get smushed if you put too many in there. So
yeah, I'm telling you, we have used ice cream buckets for egg gathering. I mean, at one time we had a stack of them, probably 4 feet high or 3 feet high.
Yes,
all inside of each other.
Yeah, because we use them to put our coffee grounds in, we use them to collect our eggs in, and I also use them for scrap buckets. And somehow or another, they disappear. How
you figure that?
Well, because you leave them outside and the dog chews them.
Oh yeah, that's true. A lot of times we'll leave them outside. Oh yeah, and I got them. There's probably quite a few of them hanging around on fence posts.
Yeah. Well, and they're nasty, sometimes with the scraps and stuff. So he'll fill them up. I've got about 5 of them out there that's got water in them, just soaking. I see that. Let's see who asked that. Donna Norris in Indiana,
well, the pink one's Tennessee, Illinois.
Anyway, ask about how to tell if your eggplant's ready. Well, you need to look up the kind of eggplant you bought and see what it says, because I planted some of these, and I can't see. It's too dark in here for me. Anyway, this one's gotten kind of yellow, and you see this one's white. Well, I picked these at this size because I had let them get a little bit bigger than this. And y'all, I mean, I had to like dig the seeds out of them because the seeds had matured, but I saved them. And so I'm glad to have the saved seed. But see, here's these, I didn't know, because most eggplant I've ever planted, you pick them when they're bigger. But since the seeds were overly ripe, I guess, and hard, I knew that I should pick them when they're smaller, so I went ahead and picked these. So I'm anxious to see what this one says. But anyway, so
I can't get used to white eggplants.
Yeah, but
they're good.
I'm hoping they're not going to be bitter. You didn't find that dish that I made was a little bitter? Which you kind of like that.
Yeah, what you're calling bitter, I felt like was a strong eggplant taste.
Oh, okay.
So no, I enjoyed it very much.
I'm curious to see that I picked these smaller, if they won't be as bitter, But anyway, so I'm sorry I can't tell you exactly, how to know when they're ripe, but because I didn't do a good job with my first go around with mine, so because I was expecting them to be bigger, so. What does she wear that bucket for?
Tammy McWhorter Davis wants to know what you use your coffee grounds for.
I use it to help enrich the soil. I'll sprinkle it out in the garden, but like here, now that we're living over here in the house, I want to do some different beds over here, so now I'm sprinkling it on the ground here. Plus, it kind of keeps ants away. It makes ants, you can put them on ant beds and make them, I don't think it necessarily kills them, but it makes them move.
Yeah, they don't like them. Earthworms like it. Earthworms like coffee grounds.
Yeah, and so
who doesn't like coffee?
I'm just kind of scattering it around over here now, just kind of building up the soil.
Yep. So
let's see. And I guess Donna, I answered your question. I do use my ice cream buckets to harvest everything that I harvest except for squash and eggplant. I harvest in my ice cream buckets.
Cindy Pulliam says she'd love to see a picture of the inside of your sourdough bread. Hers was dense but tasted nice. So we don't have a picture for you at the moment. I know that's what you weren't asking.
Well,
but
we have a video up, and regardless if you did it with yeast or without yeast, the without yeast, it's going to be a more dense bread unless your starter is really active. But there is a video that I did a comparison. Remember?
Yeah, no yeast versus no yeast. You know, so like search on Alderman Farms YouTube about yeast versus no yeast, or yeast and no yeast, or whatever. But maybe you could address, you know, possible reasons why loaves come out denser than other times. I mean, I would think that an insufficient second rise.
Yeah, it makes it more of a more dense, packier loaf.
Less active starter.
Hey, Pia. Pia wants to know, how do I cook my okra? You know, Pia, I've wanted to do a video, and maybe I can get that done. Last year I thought about doing it and I never did do it, and my okra is really coming in good now, and I'm planting green velvet. I'm very pleased with it.
Yeah, it's very nice.
I'll get some and show y'all. I have some in the refrigerator, but I
think we're probably going to stick with that.
Yeah, I really like that okra.
Very pleased with it.
And we need to do a video on out there in the garden why we like it so much, because I've grown cowhorn okra all these years, and you know how okra can branch off and have different branches that actually produce okra. Cowhorn okra don't so much do that, but this okra does, and so I have it in a 4 by 12 foot box, which we did a video when I planted it, and I'm picking like tons of okra. I've already put okra in the freezer, and I'll be putting more okra in the freezer. But anyway, back to how I prepare it. How I
because
cook it.
I don't think you finished that thought. Maybe you did. Because this okra, unlike the cowhorn, when it branches off, it's making okra.
Right, it produces okra off the branches.
And
so one stalk really can give me like 3 stalks.
Yeah, because correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems to me like I've noticed a branch would come off, and there may be 2 branches come off of that branch.
I haven't
maybe
seen
not.
That.
Well, when I was trimming it the other day, it looked like it to me. So maybe I'm wrong.
There's a giant okra out there. I'm leaving that for seed, because my other seed okra, I don't know where it is.
Now, the good thing about the cowhorn that was unbelievable is that cowhorn okra could get, you know, that long, it seemed like, and that big around. I may be exaggerating a little, but not much. And it was still soft. And I don't know what this would be like if we let it get long and big, but you know, it grows. It's so prolific. We don't need to do it, and it's pretty.
And it is green velvet is what I planted.
Do you have some somewhere?
Yeah, it's in the fridge right here.
This one right here?
Oh wow, Laura. Oh, I can't say her name. Laura. I just say Laura. She had a great tip. If anybody missed it, she said that if you don't eat ice cream or don't have an ice cream bucket, you can go to your local florist, and they always have excess buckets. She says she gives hers away to anyone that wants them, so that's great. There's my cowhorn okra.
No, it's not cowhorn.
I mean, my green velvet okra right here. And see, it gets a nice size to it. And I picked some of these kind of small because I didn't want to have to pick until Saturday. So I picked everything. And so, but I'm really liking it. And I have stuck it in the refrigerator with, and usually I'll put it in an ice cream bucket and sprinkle a little water and put a lid on it. Well, no, I don't put water on the okra, but I'll put a lid on it and where it won't get dried out. So that's kind of dried out. Would you mind handing me the jars in there of the pickles and the okra? Anyway, so that
all of them, or
just one of each. I actually have put up some pickled okra that I did in the canner, and I also have I'm trying refrigerator okra. You see, it's got all kind of good stuff up in there. I got pepper.
Explain what refrigerator okra is.
Well, they're doing refrigerator pickles, and here's some refrigerator pickles. Jenny Pratt just did a video on it yesterday. I haven't, this is not her recipe, this is just a recipe out of the ball book, but I didn't process it in a hot water bath. So we'll see. I'm anxious to compare the two, but you know, I have very few cucumbers because the goats got most of mine.
So there's basically no processing at all, just putting them in the jar?
Well, mine, this one, I had to heat the liquid. The way Jenny did it, you don't even heat the liquid. And you use less vinegar in the one Jenny did. So I'm going to try her recipe next when I get some more cucumbers. But anyway, so I make pickled cucumbers. I also do what we call smothered okra. And if you've ever sauteed squash down, it's very similar to that. It turns into just, it just looks like a bunch of seeds in the pot. It's all smushed together. You don't see any round okra. That's what I grew up as, smothered okra, and it's slimy. So people that aren't used to okra, a lot of people don't like it because of the slime. Tommy will eat it. He doesn't really care for the,
yeah.
I do another pickled okra that you just eat fresh with water and vinegar, that you use boiled okra, and Tommy won't eat that because it's very slimy.
Yeah, slimy. I'm a texture guy, you know.
Yeah, but he does eat the smothered okra. But and then we also fry it.
I love the taste.
We fry it two different ways. One way is we cut it really, really thin, and we fry it in just cornmeal, and it gets black almost, like it's burnt. And it's really, really crunchy, and that's the way Mama always fried okra. And then we fry it with a batter on it too. And then the way Tommy's mama did smothered okra, it was kind of a combination of fried okra and smothered okra. She would put her oil in the pan and put the okra in that's cut about, let's see, about like that big. And she would put the okra in and stir it around, and then put cornmeal in it to coat it and kind of brown it like that. And sometimes she would even stick it in the oven to let it finish cooking. And Granny, she called that smothered okra, didn't she? Or she called that fried okra?
I don't remember.
I can't remember either. But
see,
so,
I thought Mom, you attribute this to your mom, and I'm sure you're right about that.
Well, I know Mama did it, but I never saw your mama fry okra like my mama did.
See, I remember the fried okra at home. I remember it being small and crunchy.
Well, but here's the thing, though. You know, your daddy had his heart attack, and she probably quit frying it so much if she did do it, and so she never did it when I was around.
I bet she did it like that.
Because I don't remember. The only thing I remember your mama frying was fried chicken. She had fried chicken, and that's it.
Yeah, I bet you're right. What I'm remembering is from childhood. So, so my favorite way to eat it is like that, fried to a crisp. You know, crispy.
And I don't do it like that often. That's a whole lot more work because you got to cut it really, really.
But you know my second way I like it?
What?
See if you can guess. I'll tell you this way. You haven't mentioned it yet because you don't do it.
Oh, well, then I don't know what it is.
Because you hadn't figured out how yet. How's that for a tip?
Oh, dehydrated okra. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
We love dehydrated okra, but I have not. So if y'all know how to make dehydrated okra, please send us a message. Is that what it is,
dehydrated?
Yeah.
Because there was a lady that came to the farmer's market, what, 2 years ago? Isn't that where we got it the first time?
We've gotten it at the Baton Rouge Farmer's Market, and you can buy it at Walmart now.
Oh my goodness! But it's seasoned, you know, and it's just crunchy, and man, it's great. So okra's really a very versatile thing.
Donna Norris from Tennessee says she's never seen eggplant really look like eggs before until now.
Yeah, that's funny. I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah, and Wallace Lake says no slime for me.
Well, hey, Rhonda Taylor, glad you made it. Yeah, Chris Vales Glover says yum, okra, fried, pickled. Yeah, and I
think Mike and them had tried okra, and he said he's not a big okra fan.
And so. I will eat pickled okra. I'll eat one or two, you know, just one or two, and I'm good.
He's talking about the pickled okra that's in the jar, not the other pickled okra that I make with the boiled okra that's real slimy.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
well, I don't even know about that.
Oh, but you know what? We can try one of the pickles now, because you could wait. That's right. Let's try one.
Oh, my mouth just watered.
I think I did the okra yesterday, so we can wait. But,
I like how you make that happen, Mike. Mike says, hi, guys. Jenny's still out there working.
Well, Mike, really? Now, the longer you let your pickles sit, the better. But
my mouth literally watered.
Mine too.
Pavlovian
They still
response.
still smell like a cucumber though.
Well, I'm probably not going to like it.
Yeah, me and Tommy neither one eat cucumbers. Can you believe that?
I like pickles, but I don't like it. I guess we do eat cucumbers because pickles are cucumbers.
Try to get. I use dill seed so that's on there. You might get a hard thing. It's good and crunchy. Is it good? Nah. Here, let me try it.
Well,
Okay.
it's still very cucumbery.
That's coming along though.
It's coming along. Ooh, I just bit a dill seed. Ooh.
Yeah, they're dill pickles.
Help me, somebody.
Hey, this is good. It's not too cucumbery for me.
It's still a little too cucumbery for me. So, but a few more days, that's going to be good. I love the crunchiness of it. That's highly crunchy.
Yeah, because they're not cooked. Because I have to do a hot water bath on the other pickles.
Man, that's very good. Let's see. While Patty puts that back away, I need to tell y'all, if y'all hadn't seen it yet, you need to go to our playlist
Good.
and check out Tomas's vlog of the Hootenanny trip to Michigan. I think I broke it down into about 6 videos.
I'm going to check on Mama.
And I am so sorry about the sound. It is totally my fault. We don't use the GoPro as often probably as we should. And is that a great thumbnail or what? I just love that kid. We don't use the GoPro as often as we should. And I completely forgot how sensitive the microphone is to touch. And so I forgot to mount it on like a selfie stick or something so that Tomas could turn it without having to touch the camera. And so in all the videos, every time he reaches up to turn the camera, it's like, it's terrible. And I'm so sorry about that. But he's really good at moving the camera. And I noticed sometimes that there was one of them, I can't remember, but it was obvious he had the camera out here and he was just kind of, you know, I mean, it's like he has a sense of where the camera is and things like that, and I was just tickled to death by it. And thank you guys so much for your amazing comments. I'm way behind on catching on replying to the comments, but your comments have been so encouraging, and Chelsea has been showing Tomas the comments, and so thank you for being so kind to our grandson. It means a lot to us. Thank you, Peaceful Inspirations. Thanks, Kim. Nah, he's not going to get his own channel for a while. He wants one, but
Oh, yeah.
he's just going to have a section on ours. So
Yeah, that's what I kept trying to tell him. You know, you can just have a Tomas's playlist on our channel.
yeah. So I told you we got a giveaway coming up soon, and we do. We just got to figure out how to do it because we want to make sure we don't run afoul of YouTube's rules and regulations. But I'll give you a hint.
Look at that. And mine came the day before we got this one.
Yeah, this is not our copy. I've got a little sticky note in it that says for the giveaway because we bought our own copy of our pal Janet Garman's book, Janet Garman from Timber Creek Farm, 50 do-it-yourself projects for keeping chickens. Chicken coops, brooders, runs, swings, dust baths, and more. And Janet is such an engaging writer. I love her writing style. And I'm going to tell you something, y'all. She's just the sweetest woman. She's just so kind. And we think very highly of Janet Garman at Timber Creek Farm. So keep an eye out. We're going to figure out, hopefully by next week, how to do a giveaway, to do it properly, and to make sure we're not running afoul. And get it? Running afoul. Running afoul of the YouTube rules and regulations. But thank you, Janet, for being willing to send us that book.
Yeah.
And check out Timber Creek Farm on Facebook. And if you don't know Janet, you need to know Janet. You'll fall in love with her, you know, because she's quite an accomplished author, and she's also she does what am I trying to say?
Yarn.
Yeah, yarn. She does yarn.
Amazing yarn.
Amazing yarn.
Amazing yarn. Somebody asked, do I make my pickles hot or not? With these, I put 1 pepper and 1 clove of garlic in the jar. And I had made those before Jenny had done her video. And in her video, she actually puts 4 cloves of garlic. And also I saw that you could crush the garlic too a little bit. And see, when I tasted those, I mean, maybe just a hint of garlic, but not much.
I didn't taste any.
Well, just thinking about it, I think, well, maybe a little bit. And they weren't hot at all either. So I'm thinking next time I need to slit the pepper because, you know, it's not something you leave sit for months at a time for the taste to get out there. So you're going to maybe use a little more garlic, use a little bit more pepper in there if that's what you want.
Yeah, I would prefer more garlic.
Yeah, I would too.
I didn't know it. Maybe if I was thinking about it, I might have, but
yeah,
I didn't taste it.
I really liked it though. It was really good. Peaceful Inspiration said in Southern Illinois they did stewed okra and stewed tomatoes, and they do make okra and tomatoes here. I don't eat that, but I should try it.
I think I've had it.
But yeah, and the okra kind of stays more in this chunk and don't get real cooked down. So
Vicky Rushing asked if the dehydrated okra we're talking about is sliced or whole. What we had is whole.
I've seen it sliced too.
Oh, have you? Mm-hmm. What I've had is small okra, you know, whole.
Yeah.
But really enjoyed it. Oh goodness, we're about out of time, and I got a couple more things we needed to. We haven't talked about we haven't talked about what's in the title of the video.
What's in the title of the video?
High tunnel talk.
Oh yeah, yeah. When do we get it? August 27th.
August 27th.
They're supposed to be delivering our high tunnel. We've been doing dirt work. Oh, show them the video. Show them. You got some pictures to show that. This is what we've been working on this week. This is how it looked. Tommy bush hogged right there for us to have a place to put stuff, and there he is coming on the tractor. You see how tall it is. It was some of the stuff was as tall as him sitting on the tractor.
So this used to be a big garden area, and then it turned into a pig area.
You didn't get all the pictures because I had pictures that showed it without anything.
No, I didn't. No. Without anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe not. So then after I got it all cut down, then I took the bucket of the tractor and was able to push it, you know, kind of scrape it up off the top of the thing. And so we got a little bit of leveling to do. It's
see, that's all the old hose, the drip tape and all that was out there.
Yeah, we got a little bit of leveling to do, but not too much. I think we found a spot because the high tunnel is not going to take up that whole space. It's 30 by 75. Is that what we decided?
Yeah, that's what it is. 30 by 75.
30 by 75, and that area is quite a bit bigger than that. And so we, I guess we didn't get any footage of. We've got some stakes out there.
I had some pictures of that, but
I didn't see them.
But you can't really see the stakes.
Oh.
You know, it's hard to see the stakes.
Oh. So anyway, we're excited about that. They will come partially install it. They're going to put up both ends and a couple of the hoops, and then we're going to have to. I've got several folks saying I haven't seen Craig Smith in here tonight, but Craig said he'd come help. Tommy Nettles, greatest neighbor in the universe, which he may not be quite. He's recovering from a procedure. He might not be quite up to physical labor, but he can supervise.
That's right. And, I bet he'd be a good supervisor.
I even wondered I even thought about maybe seeing if Mr. James felt like coming and supervising, because I think he could be an excellent subject matter expert.
Yeah. Let's see.
You know who we hadn't seen?
Who?
Mini Mike.
Oh.
Hey, Mini Mike.
John Crabb says, no.
John Crabb? Hey! Our Hodgepodge Homestead.
Oh, hey there.
Yay! He's on day 6 of his starter. Smells good and looks like yours. Well,
great,
very good.
Great.
Y'all go check out our Hodgepodge Homestead. Well, I don't know. You can check out Hodgepodge Homestead, but that's not our friends. We don't know those people. They're probably lovely, but we know that our Hodgepodge Homestead, Heather and John, are in fact lovely people because we've met them.
Yeah, we just got to meet them at the Hootenanny, so we're so excited about that. we may get to see Heather more during the year, so that'll be cool. I'm so glad it's doing good. I'm very glad. And yeah, Donna was telling me you can start using it after day 3. I always usually tell people, you know, once it starts doubling in size, you know, if that's a good indication it's going to rise your bread. But, you know, I got to spend some time with Stefan, and he's, you know, we just do things very different, you know, which I enjoy getting to talk to him and everything. And he's like, you know, that's not what he gauges it by. I don't know. But anyway,
they probably don't know who Stefan is.
Yeah,
well,
but he's on Facebook and Instagram.
He's in the Pratt Pack Facebook group, and he's from France.
Yeah.
And he has a last name that cannot be pronounced. It's humanly impossible to pronounce it. So we just call him Stefan, and he's brilliant. He's not a chef by trade, right?
No, he's not a chef. No, he's not a chef.
He should be. And he's
yeah,
just French.
Really
French.
A neat guy. I enjoyed getting to talk sourdough with him. But yeah, Mike said Stefan rocks. So
he really does.
But he said Stephanie. You got to put that accent mark, Mike.
That didn't say Stephanie. That says Stephane.
Oh, well, see.
But that's how he spells it. But you just can't. You probably can't do that.
I'm just messing with Mike.
Yeah, you probably can't do that.
Me and Mike understands. Me and him's already discussed it. We're the same. We can't spell or nothing.
You know what time it is?
It's almost time for
Pratt Family Homestead Live on YouTube. There's a link in the description of this video to take you to the Pratt Family Homestead Live show. And right after us, they probably start before we're even over. But at 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. Yeah,
Mike just jumped off. He's going to get his stuff ready. Maybe he won't be running late. We were running a little bit late.
We were running late, yeah, but we had an excuse. I've explained all that. Hey, can I talk about this real quick? So I mentioned a few minutes ago, and I need to be quick about this, but when I talked about that, I've pulled away from the news, and I've done that before, but I didn't fill it with anything, and so I got kind of sucked back in over time. Well, I have filled that void, that time, with making more wise use of my time, reading the Bible, listening to solidly biblical teaching and whatnot. And so I'm using I want to do a video about this. I just haven't. So I won't go into the details now, but I'm using Professor Grant Horner's Bible reading system. It's been around a long time. And I'm actually reading 20 chapters of Scripture a day. 10 in the morning and 10 at night. And I don't say that to say, oh, look at me, I'm reading 20. No, I'm doing that because I'm saying, you know, anybody can do that. And so I've actually issued a challenge called 20 for 30 just kind of throwing a challenge out for anybody who would like to try reading 20 chapters of Scripture for 30 days. Mm-hmm. You know what? You know what happens if you read 20 chapters of Scripture for 59 and a half days? You read the whole Bible.
Wow.
In 59.45 days. And so anyway, there's this is a picture of the bookmarks that I use in my Bible. And so if you're on Facebook and you're at all interested in this, or you have questions about it, just type in the search thing, 20 for 30 challenge, the number 20 FOR, the number 30, the 20 for 30 challenge. We're up to 40-something people in there. And it's exciting to me that I love the fact that something that I needed in my life has now turned into something that is causing other people to say, you know what? I could benefit from being in the Word of God. Because imagine this.
Well, everybody can benefit from being in the Word of God.
Everybody can. Yeah. Everybody can.
Yeah.
But
some people will be able to commit to that. Some people won't.
Well, in the group, if you read the description and stuff in the group, it's like, look, the title is 20 for 30. Commit, the challenge is 20 chapters a day for 30 days. But the truth of the matter is everybody reads at a different pace.
And I'm a very slow reader.
So some people might...
He's very fast.
Some people might want to commit to 5 for 30, reading 5 or one chapter a day.
Yeah, if you're not reading any,
if you're not reading any, commit to 1 or 5 chapters a day or 10. The plan I'm following is a 10 chapter per day plan, and I'm just doing it twice a day. So whether you do 1 chapter a day or 100 chapters, but if you do 100 chapters a day, I'm scared of you. You know, read #read the Bible every day. That's the thing.
Yep, that's right.
And read it with a receptive heart, hoping that God will use it to conform you to His will. And there's more information. I might do a live video someday soon to answer questions about the reading plan and all that. So I won't talk about it. Anyway, go to Facebook, 20 for 30, and join us and ask your questions there.
Nanda said definitely do a video. She says she's inspired to do it too. And
I'll add you to the group, Nanda.
That other Deborah said that she's going to do that
Donna?
too. Deborah?
I'm sorry.
Her name. Deborah, we've got 2 Donnas in here, so we've been going back and forth with our Donnas, so he thought I meant the other Donna, and I said, and it's...
Well, good, that other Deborah. Jump on Facebook and 20 for 30 challenge and join the little group, and you can dive right in. Whatever day you start, that's your start day. And I hope I hope 30 days later you decide not to quit and it becomes 20 forever or whatever.
Nanda says she just joined, so that's great.
Yay! Good deal.
Wallace Lake said that his preacher always says to read at least 2 chapters a day.
That's good. 2 chapters a day keep the devil away. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna tell you what. You know who needs to be kept away more than the devil? Me. My funky old me. I remember a preacher one time said that the devil gets blamed a lot of times for what's really just funky old us.
Christy Dennis says she can't find it.
20 for 30 challenge. Let me put it back up there. Yeah, look at it. You can see the link actually at the top of this image. Facebook.com/group/20 for 30 20FOR30. That's actually the direct link. Or you can type in the search box like I have there, the 20 for 30 challenge group. The 20 for 30 challenge group, or Facebook.com/group/20 for 30, and you should find it. So,
hey Sherry from 7D.
Hey.
Good to see you.
No, Siri. She said Sherry, not Siri. Patty's phone lit up when she said that. Anything else, Pat?
Not that I can think of. Well, we are having a fun get-together tomorrow night.
Sure are. Should have had a picture of Jonah.
We sure should have. Doggone it. Our youngest son, Corey, hit one of his best buds, Jonah. After they graduated, they both homeschooled and everything, so they grew up together, and he went into the Marines. And so he's been back home and everything, but has it been a whole year?
I don't know if it's been. I don't know. It's been a long time.
It's been close to a year, but he's been deployed, and he got back in the States at the beginning of the week. He's actually at home right now. And so we're having a little get-together tomorrow night. So we'll have some pictures of that. So I'm real excited about that. We're going to have it here at the house.
Look forward to some videos from that coming up later. All right. So whether you eat or drink or whatever you do it all to the glory of God. You can find that verse in 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 31. And I hope that you will include that in your reading. And I hope to see you on Facebook in our 20 for 30 group. And we hope to see you here next week, if not before.
Yes. Actually, where I'm reading the Bible is in Corinthians, and I read that scripture today.
Did you really?
That was in part of what I was reading, yeah.
Neat. It's neat.
And Donna Christensen said, so she's Donna number 3.
Donna number 3.
We have 3 Donnas here tonight.
Donna's
wow.
We got Donnas everywhere.
And Christy says she found it.
Okay,
so,
good.
I will, Nanda. She said thank you for his service. So, anyway, thank you, Kim. All right, now it's time to go to the Pratt.
Beat it.
See the Pratt Packs. Tell them we said hello.
You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Go see the Pratts and tell them we sent you.